Good morning, Miss Shelley and friends. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Feby. I am a student from LIA, grade high intermediate 4. And today, I want to show you guys my presentation. And I choose a topic about mental illness. The main topic is about bipolar disorder. The main reason why I choose bipolar disorder as my topic is because nowadays I see people were talking about bipolar, either it is on social media or in our real life, such as my family or friends. They keep talking about it, and I think it is an interesting topic to be discussed. And it's important too for us to know more information about it, so we might not misunderstanding. So let me begin my presentation with the definition of bipolar. And you may ask questions at the end of my presentation. So the first one is, what is bipolar? Bipolar is kind of mental illness which is have abnormalities in their mood. So when people have a bipolar disorder, they have two episodes in their condition. The first one is mania episode and then depressive episode. The mania episode is when people get into mania episode, they will feel so very happy, they really want to interact with others, they really want to do so many jobs because of they have so many ideas in their mind. And the depressive episode is the opposite of mania episode, which is when people get into depressive episode, they feel so very sad, lonely, they really want to interact with others, and they feel so depressed. And these two episodes will last for several days or months, and the people with this condition will feel it in several times in a year. And the next one is what factor that trigger bipolar. The first one is gene factor, environment factor, and biological factor. So, gene factor is the example of gene factor are family DNA, biological factor. Family DNA. When we have parents, sibling, cousin, or maybe grandparents that have a bipolar disorder, there is a possibility for us to have a bipolar too because of we have a same DNA. And the second is biological factor. The example is changes syndrome in your brain or maybe a hormonal imbalance. The second factor is environment factor. The example are abusement, trauma, and ignorance. Abusement. People who have been abused by verbal or physical in their life might have a pressure in their self because of abusement that they have been experienced. And the second is trauma. It's related to a traumatic experience such as breaking down of relationship, the death of family members, or bad memories in their childhood. The third one is ignorance. The example of ignorance are bullying, or maybe they have been rejected by the surrounding, and this condition will make them feel so very lonely in their life. The third factor is psychological factor. It's include of depression and loneliness. Depression is a situation where people have so many trouble in their life, but they don't have any motivation and they don't know how to share their feeling. And this condition will lead them into suicide. And this condition is very dangerous. The second one is loneliness. Loneliness is when people feeling alone when they're surrounded by people. And the conclusion is bipolar disorder is kind of mental illness which have two episodes in their life. The first one is mania episode and depressive episode. And the factors that trigger bipolar are gene factor, biological factor, and environment factor. So we can conclude that bipolar is not dangerous if we have already handled it by professional persons such as psychiater and psychiatrists, by doing some therapies or taking medicine. When people have a bipolar disorder, they might have difficulties in managing a relationship and doing tasks in their life. And bipolar disorder is important for you to know. And that's all my presentation. Thank you for listening and attention.